Alright, round one of our Legacy Cube playing auto-picked White Weenie. And yeah, I mean, this is a hand. This is about what we expect with this deck. Could get there. Champion into Student of Warfare into Crusade. Hopefully draw some mana for Resto and Ranger of Eos. Oh, man. Alright. Plains, Champion of the Parish, ship the turn. The good news is this is going to probably go pretty fast. Arbor Elf, alright. Can our opponent just out-ramp us with huge things? Ooh, Glorious Anthem. Student of Warfare puts a counter on our champion. We get in there. Windbrisk Heights. I guess we probably want... Actually, Silverblade seems sweet. I think Silverblade is better. Because Silverblade, we can attack, wait till after blocks, and then play the Silverblade and get in a bunch of damage. Surprisingly, surprise damage. Whoa! Opponent's getting frisky with the Arbor Elf. Plains? Yeah. Well, 1, 2... Do we Crusade plus level up counter, or do we Glorious Anthem? If we Crusade and level up counter, if we draw another land, we could Glorious Anthem. But I think we would play a creature if we drew another land. So let's just Glorious Anthem. Attack for 5. Alright, opponent's down to 13. If we draw one more land, then I feel like we're in really good shape. Opponent has a 4-drop. What is it? Ooh, Obstinate Baloth is a bit annoying. Well, let's, Blade Splicer. That's a good one. Actually pumps up our champion and makes a 4/4 token. Do we want to attack here? I think we do. If they want to trade with Obstinate Baloth for a 1-drop, I think that's fine. It gets that off the battlefield. And now we are land away from blinking Blade Splicer with Resto, which would be excellent. And if we ever have extra mana, we can start leveling up our student here, which will be a huge threat eventually. Wow, they must have removal. Oh, but we draw the land? Sweet. Well, this just lets us go all-out attack, and then use the Resto to save something. Unless they target our token. I think we're going to win this game. We can also Windbrisk Heights if we want to, but I don't think we will. Alright, attack with everything. See what our opponent has in store. Because Windbrisk Heights, you can play the land if you attacked with 3 or more creatures. So we could do that right now if we wanted to. Whoa, our opponent's just going to take it? Jeez. Alright. Well, we're going to just pass and leave up Resto for a removal spell. And if they don't play a removal spell, we'll just blink the Blade Splicer. And pretty sure we win next turn. Opponent really needs like a Wrath. And even that isn't game over. Because we could Resto. Yeah. Resto would still be a two-turn clock. And Ranger gets back a lot of things. They're going to regrowth the Obstinate Baloth. Well, that's fine, but I don't think it really saves them. Yep. So I go back up to 13. But we get to Flash in Resto, blink Blade Splicer, get another 4/4. Then we're going to level up. Then we swing with everything. See how and then we're gonna put this Silverblade Paladin in, giving our Resto double strike. Do we even need to? 4, 8, 12. Actually, we don't even need to. 4, 8, 12, 14, yeah. Alright, so we just win without it. Sweet! Auto-picking, it's the way to go. The downside of auto-picking is we don't really have much of a sideboard. So I think we just run it back. Alright, game 2. Oh. We're on the draw, but we don't have an untapped land. We got the Crusade, couple 1-drops. I think I'm going to ship it. Alright, I guess that's kind of better. Crusade. Yeah, I guess we can keep it. Elvish Mystic. Our opponent probably has some huge things. Question will be whether or not if we can kill them before they get to cast them. Frontline Medic will be sweet, too. Courser's annoying. Well, let's Crusade. Ship the turn. Is our opponent going to attack? Alright, we'll take our beats. They have another swamp. We know they have one swamp in hand and another one on top of their deck. And they're going to draw another land next turn. What now? And the Baloth. Good lord. Well, that's like the nut draw against our deck, basically. Well, I think we're just going to go Anafenza, tapped land, Hideaway. What do we get? Ugh. Well, I'm glad we're putting the plains to the bottom, because we don't really need more lands now. And a Damnation. So if we ever get too far ahead, our opponent can just wrath our board with Damnation. Well, we get to block that Courser. And nothing. Ooh, Banisher Priest? I think we wait on that. I think we just go with Frontline Medic. Puts a counter on our Soldier of the Pantheon. Attack for 7. Our opponent might have to Damnation here. Another land on top. And an Arbor Elf. So Frontline Medic lets us just attack with everything. If they swing with everything... Oh, they're just going to swing with Baloth. Okay. Interesting. And pass. I guess they want us to play out more of our hand. Well, we are going to Glorious Anthem. Swing with the team. Now, I think this puts them in a place where they have to Damnation next turn. They might have to chump here, yeah. Do some chumping. And this actually is fine. They can get in for 4, Damnation to wipe our board, but then we get to follow it up with Blade Splicer and have Banisher Priest as backup. Yep. Alright. Then they got that... Oh, Lotus Cobra. Alright. That's still not too bad. We know they have another Mana Dork, too. Let's play the Blade Splicer. Makes us a 3-3 and a 4-4. Pass the turn. They're going to need something big. Arbor Elf is not it. Land. Wow, nothing? Well, let's Champion of the Parish. And then Banisher Priest, get rid of the Lotus Cobra, put a counter on Champion. And swing with the team. Well, we're pretty close to winning again next turn. We actually have lethal next turn if our opponent doesn't have a big play. Liliana kind of keeps them alive, but not really. Oh, man. And Silverblade? Well, we got it all. Silverblade Paladin. Pumps up Champion. Do we want a Soul Bond? Problem is if we Soul Bond, then they can flip their Liliana. I think we are not going to Soul Bond. Actually, maybe we should with our Blade Splicer. Flipping Liliana doesn't really matter. Whether they get back an Obstinate Baloth, make us discard a card. Basically, they need to draw Wrath. Or some other way of dealing with our board. Because if we give something double strike, then they can block. They can block with the Arbor Elf on the double strike creature. And then that would let them flip the Liliana before damage. But they wouldn't gain any life, so I think this is still a fine line. And then we will just play the Student of Warfare afterwards. I don't think flip Liliana matters. They can't even return the Baloth. They can like return Courser of Crufix or Elvish Mystic or Arbor Elf. once it's dead. So I think we got it. Not bad. Swing with everything. And unless our opponent has something crazy, I think they just have a land in hand, though, the way they played. What are they? Alright, block there, so that'll flip to Liliana. We hit them for 8 down to 1. So Liliana flips, they get a zombie, which isn't especially relevant. They drop to 1 life. We play our Student of Warfare. And pass the turn. Ooh. We could have won. If they hadn't blocked Champion, we could have played the Student of Warfare to give Champion one more counter and win that way, but unlikely to be relevant. We have such an impressive board. And that... Alright! Our opponent scoops it up. 2 lands in hand. We are through to round 2 in our auto draft cube. Sweet. We'll take it.